Hey guys, Third Street Reactions here. We're back. I'm Shane.
Zach.
We're back here with Season 3, Episode 4 of Titan.
It's false. No way. Not this time.
That last episode, man, was a doozy.
4 or 5?
4.
No.
Yeah, we did the premiere, which is the first 3 episodes.
Oh, okay.
There's still a couple episodes ahead of us on TV.
Okay.
We'll catch up, though.
Okay.
We'll probably do a couple a week, maybe next week. But no, that last episode was a doozy.
It was, because your boy died.
My boy died, but he went out like a, I don't say like a man. I mean, he went out, he had a great way of going out. He was funny, and he kind of rekindled things with Dawn / fixed them. He had his character moments with everyone, and he said some funny things.
He did.
Like, there's a pursuit and attack shorts, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And just,
that was pretty funny. That's well placed.
Eating the dog food shit. Yeah, he just had a lot of good one-liners. And, you know, his Dawn, his girl, is literally, like you said in the reaction, she literally pulled the trigger.
Yep.
And
they pulled a Dark Knight.
Yeah. No, it wasn't done as well as the Dark Knight, but it was pretty damn good.
They actually pulled it off, though, because in the Dark Knight, it doesn't happen. When it switches with the boats,
oh, yeah.
It doesn't happen. Well, in this, it actually happened.
Yeah, you're right about that. And there was also...
wasn't as tense, I guess.
You know, it wasn't as tense, yeah. But yeah, if the goal was to kind of make me hate Jason, then I do now.
I don't like him just because he's like a whiny little shit, and I don't like him because of that.
No,
he could pull off cool things as a villain and still be a cool villain.
Yeah.
You know, Heath Ledger's Joker, if he pulled off all that shit he's trying to pull off for the most part.
Well, he's not as cool as that, so therefore I just hate him.
Yeah, he's just not cool. So
yeah.
He's just like a shitty little guy that's trying to be...
Like, well, the thing about him is, like, he was like the young kind of annoying... He rubbed Ham and Hank rubbed each other wrong all the time. So, like, I kind of see that there, that little antagonistic relationship. Yeah, and of course, last season they were being an asshole to him.
Yeah.
And it probably was one of the contributing factors of pushing him away. But you know, you speculated it's a scarecrow involved. We don't think he's just some guy in a cell giving information like...
No, I don't. I think it's too good of a character to just...
But if he does get out at the end, and then he's just the main bad guy next season, maybe that'd be cool.
It would be cool, but I would imagine a lot of this is playing into his, you know, his chemicals that he uses, and his neurotoxins. There's got to be something more. Yeah,
we got to see some. Yeah, we got to see more about what happened with Jason. I feel like through flashbacks or something.
Yeah, did he fuck up Batman, and those chemicals and shit were used to drive Batman over the edge, and he killed the Joker.
Yeah,
and that's what kind of undid him.
Mm-hmm.
So
another cool thing is just right when they they made the prototype to disarm the bomb, and Superboy runs in there and it blows up, and he's of course unaffected because he's Superboy. That was cool.
He's just watching it all happen.
That was cool, and the dog coming out was cool and sad.
It was.
And that's pretty much it. We're gonna jump in. I can look at my thumb. Damn! Damn! Damn!
Fuck up, Snowflake.
Hey!
Did you even see what happened back there?
Well, probably skirt a catastrophe and emerged victorious.
He won't stop, not after Hawk.
Hawk? Who's Hawk? I know, the big fella. With the bomb. It's hard to keep you guys straight. So many of you are birds. He knows everything now.
How's he get out of jail?
Probably broke him out.
Okay, I understand causing chaos and being the savior. But those two, how the hell is that going to work? Like, are you the Scarecrow? Well,
I'm reformed.
Let me explain.
Don't go.
Okay. You're safe. Jason, you're home. You sure you're okay?
You shouldn't ask people if they're okay. You're not really good at it.
I'd like you to see an old friend of mine, a psychologist.
You're sending me to a shrink? Because I have fucking dreams?
She knows everything about me. She understands the work we do.
Not gonna happen.
No more Robin until you see her.
Laying down the law.
I don't think he'd pass the psych evaluation, I'll tell you that.
No.
But he'd probably fake it.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all crazy, that's why they're doing this. I mean, I think you need to be.
I would say so.
Yeah.
Diego's poor and brown, so, you know, the cops don't give a shit.
Batman will take care of him.
Batman protects rich people. Should have stayed in San Francisco.
Gotham's where I need to be.
Like something happened over there?
Nothing happened. I was bored, so I left. Hold on. Name's Pete Hawkins. Piece of shit's been in and out of Blackgate. Let's go introduce ourselves.
Jay.
Just a conversation.
I love your smile.
Oh yeah, I love your smile too.
Introduce you to someone that would make you smile all the time.
It never works out like that.
Keep the drink. You have a problem?
Just alcohol?
I guess so.
She's old enough to make her own choices. Do I know you?
I'm fuck. She's off.
He always says funny stuff like that.
You haven't done enough time to look at me like that.
You have no idea who I am.
Jay, let's get out of here.
Where's your swag, cowboy?
Fucking distracted him.
Jason!
You shut your mouth, bitch!
You couldn't do that to him though. He'd get you. He's fucking Robin.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Where's it?
Just for you, cutie. I'll see you around.
Call me.
Go! Get the fuck away from me! I said go!
Gotham's not off to a good start.
No.
You get people to open up about their shit and you give them pills.
That's a psychiatrist.
You and I was bouncing around
Yeah,
state.
not a psychologist. Can't prescribe it.
Ritalin, Adderall. That's Jonathan Crane.
Yes. He wasn't the scarecrow when I knew him. He was actually a brilliant graduate student.
What happened?
He poisoned me with his gas. It was as close to hell as you can get when you're alive.
It's a cool looking mask.
With teeth in it.
Talks about Leslie.
You shouldn't creep up on people.
It's a skill that comes in handy.
Yeah.
How did it go?
Imagine like,
He always stands with swag. Look
oh, sneaking.
She's kind of hot. Did you two ever...
I've got a conference call with Metropolis tonight. I know it wasn't easy. I'm proud of you, son.
Like
Son?
Yeah.
Mother.
Gone.
Father.
Skyfall.
Bruce?
Skyfall.
Molly likes Jason because Jason's a real person. Robin, on the other hand, is a construct made by a crime-fighting vigilante who has a borderline personality disorder. Robin is the living embodiment. If, after all this, you want to be Robin again, that's great. If not, great also.
Bruce picks him up. That's kind of nice.
the Bugatti. Got your lunch.
I want that man to read me a bedtime story.
So,
He huffed. He puffed.
he blew the house down. He's in Crime Alley? Yeah, the theater. It's where his parents were murdered.
This is where your parents died.
I was standing right where you are. Everything that made sense left my life in one moment. Everything I've done is to help you, son.
I know.
It wasn't fair of me to push you.
You didn't push me. I needed this.
This city does things to us. We can take the worst parts of ourselves and put them in control. Sometimes I think it's alive. Like it has a will. I won't lose you.
You won't.
You can't make that promise, but I can keep it. I don't want you to be Robin.
You talked to Leslie.
This is my decision alone. She didn't tell me anything. This has nothing to do with your psychological condition. Just here.
I did exactly what you asked me to do.
I went to Leslie.
Please don't take this away from me.
You don't need to wear a costume to be my son.
You think I'm weak?
I've learned from my mistakes.
Oh, so I'm a fucking mistake now? You gave Dick everything. And no matter what he does, you keep on giving him more and more. Why don't you do that with me? What's so bad about me?
Please, just hear what I'm saying. This is not your fault.
Please don't give up on me, Bruce.
never will. But I've made my choice.
Bad time.
Yeah.
I've got to go to London tonight. Business.
Oh, you are very sly. Whose little boy are you?
I'm working with the Gotham PD. You made a fear gas, right? That means you can make something to get rid of fear.
Well, I admire your logic, recto verso. Even if I could, what on earth makes you think I would share with a C-list imposter?
Because I'm special.
Collector's item. From a very specific collector. I want Robin to fly me out of here on his wings. The same way Batman brought me in on his. There's a perverse poetry, and it makes my heart sing.
It's a cool line.
Yeah.
You down?
With the Lazarus pit?
Okay.
They're fucked up.
He's fucked up. So he was dead.
Yeah.
Bruce?
No. There's no Batman here. You were dead. I brought you back.
You heard the song before?
I might have. I don't know.
Slayer did a cover of it. It's fucking awesome.
Come on. It'll make you better. It'll make you better than better. Trust your doctor.
Jack, here you go.
I would never hurt you, Molly.
Jason?
Not really. Not anymore. Look, I know this is fucking weird, so I won't be here long. The city owes us a lot, and I'm gonna collect the bill.
You need help.
You still trying to save me?
Always.
There it was. Here it is.
That was pretty damn good.
That's my favorite episode so far.
It was a lot different than the last one. Like, there was no action, but
there was action. It wasn't action packed.
When?
When it showed him beating down these
Oh.
fucking criminals and shit, and showed Joker killing him again.
Oh yeah, I guess I don't count the repeat and him beating down with the strobe lights. Couldn't get behind.
Whatever you don't count, whatever you pick and choose, just remember that next time you're criticizing me and my taste in things.
I guess I said the action wasn't very good. I'm not criticizing you. I'm saying there wasn't a lot of action.
No, I'm talking
You
about,
criticize
I'm
people.
talking about the times that you have.
What if I criticize you?
When you've nitpicked my criticisms.
Well, I can nitpick a criticism, but you start by criticizing people and things. I don't start there.
Yeah, just breaking them down.
I think if you're criticizing generally so uplifting something, then it deserves scrutiny, right?
No, because I think the people that uplift a lot of things, they can just earn just as much criticism.
I'm not talking about
everyone just has these ideals if they're weighing what they prefer.
We should talk about that. Like,
I'm balancing it out.
You're just doing God's work, then, aren't you? Thank God for you.
All right, so I really, really enjoyed this episode. I especially enjoyed the segments with Crane. But
yeah,
I really did,
he was amazing.
He was, but I really did like Todd's and Bruce's discussion in the alleyway.
I did too.
It made you feel for the character.
It made me feel for him. Yeah.
And he just did a great performance of just not showing that annoying, whiny ass side of him.
No, yeah, you're right.
And it made him just that more relatable, more likable. You can see where he's coming from. He's being benched.
Mm-hmm.
The Robins he's being taken away from him. You see how important it is for him, and it makes you feel like, Bruce, what the fuck are you doing? But
yeah, I don't know if that's the right move, Bruce.
It's definitely a bad time.
A great intention, but you don't do that and then leave and.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to London. You should come.
I just love Bruce. Like, I love that actor. He's so
I do
funny.
like that actor. It's not my favorite Bruce Wayne.
No, not by a long shot.
But Kevin Conroy is still kind of my Bruce Wayne. The voice.
He's great, and he sounds so good in the Arkham games because he's older.
Yeah, he does, and it's hard. It's like Optimus Prime. You can't have another. It's hard to beat an Optimus Prime.
Even Michael Bay knew that.
Yeah,
we gotta get that guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Megatron's voice actor died, but they did bring back Spock, Leonard Nimoy.
Yeah,
who played Galvatron's voice, who Megatron was turned into in the Transformers animated movie.
Oh, that's who played the voice?
Unicron turned Megatron into Galvatron.
Okay.
after they were beaten on Earth, and he was cast out by Starscream when they pulled a coup.
Okay.
And
I hate coups, Zach.
I imagine you would.
Fucking coups.
Well, sometimes they're good. Sometimes
America can't afford a coup.
We did.
And get behind that coup. I don't like when coups are done to me.
Naturally. But just the whole scene with Iron Butterfly and Crane's dancing around.
That was like my favorite.
Smoking weed.
That was one of my favorite scenes in the show.
Yeah, I think that was my favorite scene in this episode.
Yeah.
And or the show in general. I like a good villain. I wasn't too sure of his role as Crane because I'm just not very familiar with the actor. I know he's in Mad Men.
Yeah.
But he's doing great. He had those lines, the perverse poetry, and it makes my heart sing. I love that line.
That was a good line. Mm-hmm.
So,
and just honestly, the production of him dancing, the music and the shot, and then when they showed his feet, it was like so well. It was lit in a way where it's so beautiful looking.
Well, see, Crane in the comics is supposed to be kind of like Ichabod Crane from whatever the hell the story is, but the Sleepy Hollow, where he's supposed to be this lanky, skinny guy.
Yeah.
So that's kind of, it puts me off a little bit to see him because he's not really a lanky guy.
He used to be.
He's not
he's younger.
fat, but he's not lanky.
He's gangly, like a Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I meant this guy.
Yeah, like he's skinny fat.
Yeah, he's not really skinny, but he's not fat either. He's just kind of like a normal guy.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I just like his voice. I like his line delivery.
Yeah.
He's been doing a great job. I mean, it's just, I imagine this guy. He's this genius. A pharmaceutical genius, you might say.
Yeah.
He's like dancing around to this music while he's making his little concoctions and shit. And I don't know. It reminds me when I'm drawing, and I'll put on music while I'm drawing, and sometimes I'll take pencils and like drum and shit to it. And
well, when they can pull off like a character like dancing to like kind of like
it was like Reservoir Dogs,
like dancing to the chaos, especially when they sewed it, or when they're performing.
It's a plan. I wouldn't equate him with chaos. There's definitely an intentional plan.
There's like a plan.
Well, I mean, Joker's plans may have seemed like chaos too, but in the end, he always had an intention.
Yeah.
So, but it was sown amidst chaos.
Yeah.
But no, I was just great. It was great seeing him dancing around.
It was. Yeah. No, I agree. I didn't have like any problem really. Like I remember thinking, well, it's going to be slow. They're going to try to make me feel for the character. I don't know if I will, but for the most part, I did. Like I still. I think you kind of have to do a backflip. I think you wake up and you've been resurrected, and now I'm going to shoot and kill people now.
Well, he was already being pushed that way.
Well, he was but I just
maybe not to the point of killing, but he was already planning on betraying Batman.
Yeah, I mean,
so he's at least entertaining the thought. Maybe he was just spinning it for Scarecrow so he can get the serum.
Well, I feel like he wanted the serum so he can prove the Batman.
Yeah, and then he just kind of told Scarecrow what he wanted to hear.
Yeah.
But then after he died and came back, and all the conversation with Bruce and all the shit that went down when he went to confront the Joker.
Yeah, it was pretty nasty seeing his face like that.
It was. His head was fucking split in half.
Yeah, he definitely was beat to death, and the Joker just left.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's how they brought him back in the Hush storyline.
Okay.
Well, not the Hush storyline. I'm pretty sure he was in that because I know ultimately I'm pretty sure that's how they brought him back.
Okay.
Was the Lazarus Pit.
Okay.
So they're bringing in those comic influences.
Okay.
So,
I wonder if there'll be more Hush type things like you've speculated.
Well, it's not just Hush, but that's just one that stands out to me. It's one of the more
Okay.
prominent, more recent comics. But I wonder. I was right though. The Scarecrow was involved.
Yeah.
Now he wasn't fucking up Batman per se. With the serum. He was.
No. Yeah. So
Todd.
Did he beat Joker to death?
I guess that's what happened.
That's a big deal.
No, I mean he's out of the game now. They kind of pushed him out the door.
Yeah. Damn.
Unless they pulled an old switcheroo and they did kind of like with Gordon
and Batman
and
Dark Knight.
Dark Knight, where Batman plans it all out that way, and they just announce that he's dead.
That'd be cool.
Just for Batman to find out what's going on.
That would be cool.
And he comes back at the end.
Yeah. I'm very intrigued.
I always win.
Dude, I love his voice. It's so funny. I love how
it's his voice. It's his mouth that moves. The way he enunciates.
I enjoy quoting it with you. It's so funny. By him taking a crime alley, that was just emotional in general. And when that man...
Well, you see a very human side of Bruce.
Well, yeah, and then I'm thinking about how I see when that man is emotional in Game of Thrones, and it makes me fucking feel for Batman.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean...
I never got into the Khaleesi shit in Game of Thrones, so
Well, I mean, I thought it was a little weird, but I mean, not maybe the story.
Well, I get it. He was like an older man. I mean, she's not like a young woman, but he falls in love with her. And everything. I just didn't get into Khaleesi shit. I didn't.
Yeah. Okay, so like I said, bringing the Lazarus Pit, that's cool, and just
how would you feel about being in a relationship with a woman that's in a wheelchair?
You know, there would be some challenges.
There'd be challenges.
I imagine in the bedroom there's challenges as well. If she was quadriplegic, or not quad.
Well, no, we're just talking about
she's
Dawn.
quad. She's what?
We're just talking about Dawn in general. Let's say like just a woman that she can't use her legs.
Well, then
probably can't feel anything.
It would present some problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it would feel like if she can't feel anything during intercourse, I would feel real weird about that.
Really weird.
Because it's just like you're jacking off inside her almost.
And if they're acting like it, then they're just acting.
Yeah, it'd be challenging. That's why it'd probably be. That's what I was saying earlier. It'd be bad. It'd be lonely, shitty life. You know what I mean?
If you wanted that, what if you just were goddamn like Lieutenant Dan is getting drunk all the time and you didn't have your legs?
Well, they were cut off at his knees and he can still use his gear.
Well, you're talking about losing your legs, not losing their fucking feeling below your waist.
Yeah.
Not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being paralyzed.
Yeah.
We're just talking about like chopping off your legs or your hands or your arms.
Then either way, you could be called double stubble, which I wouldn't like.
Wouldn't matter to me. Double stubble rooker.
Can you imagine that? You're crawling after him. You don't have your legs. Ah!
I learned how to throw shit really well.
Did you do that?
No.
Did you shave your head?
Like Bill the Butcher.
Oh, wait, no. Behind our Huck. Tom and Huck.
Oh, you see the knife throwing?
Yeah.
Like
His dad. Yeah, Engine Joe. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't got too much else to say other than the fact that I really liked it. I love Crane, and he's a mastermind, and I'm, in terms of I understand Crane and the motivation and him being him, but just in terms of Jason, just now he's just fucking evil.
Well, his skin seems like he's confused and he's just kind of caving in.
Yeah.
He's emotionally vulnerable.
Mm-hmm.
It was in the beginning when he started giving into this shit and going to Crane. He felt abused or betrayed by the psychologist.
Yeah.
And so he goes to Crane. He's like, I want to get the easy fix. And Crane takes advantage of that. Mm-hmm. You don't know what, he fixes the formula, but you don't know what Crane, it might have made him more subservient.
That's one thing I was thinking as well.
Yeah, so it made him more susceptible to impressionable, I guess you might say.
And I did love when, obviously, he planned for him to get killed. When he found out he was killed, he's kind of smirking.
Yeah.
Which is weird, because he plays Pete Camp. Mad Men is one of my favorite shows of all time that hopefully this channel will get to go through eventually. And Pete is, he ends up being, he has my favorite arc. I don't know if he's my favorite character. He's my favorite arc. And he's a sniveling little shit, especially in the beginning. And he gets worse before the story becomes satisfying. But he says a lot of funny, really fancy. He's got a lot of $5 words.
Okay.
And I saw that here. I wonder if the creators of the show said, you know what, we need someone who, and they saw his performance at Mad Men. Now he can deliver these lines that you kind of feel like, at least verbally, he's the smartest person in the room.
Well, with Cillian Murphy's portrayal of the character, he was kind of smug.
Yeah.
And he said, I don't know, he didn't really say anything very funny.
No.
And didn't have really great. Yeah, but with him, there's so much more character to the role.
There definitely is.
I wouldn't go so far as to call him maniacal because that's a word I would use for the Joker.
Yeah.
But he's definitely more whimsical.
He is. I really like it. It's I don't want to compare this to that movie, but in terms
but you're talking about character portrayals.
Yeah.
Just like you can take Jack Nicholson, who I love as a performer.
Yeah.
And compare him to people that portrayed the Joker, the other big heavy is Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
And I prefer Heath Ledger's Joker. I think it's just more fitting in that world.
Definitely in the world.
Whereas Jack Nicholson was just over the top. Did a great job.
I think it's more fitting in that world, too.
Yeah, well, I mean, he did a really good job, and I really liked his performance. I'm just saying that when I think of how I grew up on the Joker, the Heath Ledger one is the one that I prefer, even though I saw Batman, Tim Burton's Batman, way before when I was a kid.
Yeah.
So, that being said, with Cillian Murphy, I just think that they did what they did. He was kind of more of a solemn character, egocentric, which they said that this Crane is all about his ego.
Yeah.
But it's not like this pompous ego.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. He's not, you know what I mean? So.
No, yeah. But in the end, we did see that there's a part of Jason that he wants to do good.
Diego.
He helped Diego. He got back for, what's her name? Molly.
Molly.
Yeah. And also she referenced Batman having a borderline personality disorder.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, borderline personality disorder. I couldn't imagine him functioning real well. He'd have to be really good at managing his emotions, which is the number one thing people with BPD people can't do well at all without extreme dialectical behavior therapy.
Well, this is extreme circumstances he's putting succumbing to.
He's
putting on a mask and a costume.
Well, so is it in this universe? Is that how he copes with?
It must be. Oh, it is.
But they have
it's like his outlet for everything.
They also
his
have
fantasy is enacted.
Yeah. They also have extremely what's it called? A rash decision.
What's a pretty goddamn rash decision to dress up as a bat? And
go
around town.
It'll happen all the time throughout the day. They'll just.
What's the whole idea of Batman is that I know they really sold the whole idea is it belongs to Clark Kent and Superman dynamic.
Yeah.
But with him, it kind of became the mask is Bruce Wayne. He really is Batman now because Bruce Wayne died with his parents.
Yeah.
All day long he's Batman and he's just putting on an act.
Yeah.
So he's very very disciplined man.
No, he is. He's extremely disciplined, especially if he's managing that.
Yeah, this really set the bar for this season.
Yeah,
I think it's his best episode thus far, and it's really raising the bar.
This show every season has gotten better. I'm excited. I'm a fan of the show. Can't wait to see the next episode. That's it. You want to do what you want to do.
All right, thanks everyone for tuning in. If you like what we do here, you can like and you can subscribe, one or the other.
Or both.
You can also comment, and you can also find us on Instagram or Twitter. And you can also not do it, which means you won't do it. So don't do it if you don't want to.